Rodrigo Roa Duterte was directly involved in the execution of Chinese drug personalities while they were detained in Davao. According
Reminder that in such formal proceedings, hearsay does not deserve the same credence compared to personal knowledge evidence. That's my point of order, Mr.
Ng Quad Committee ng Kamara, partikular na ang kanilang chairman na si Surigao Congressman Robert Ace Barbers na hindi pinupolitika ang isinasagawang investigasyon laban sa mga sangkot sa paglabag sa batas ng nakalipas na administrasyon. Ayon kay Barbers, seryosong usapin ito, lalo't isa sa inaakusahan ay si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at ilang malalapit na personalidad dito. Maging ang ilang mga testigo mano ay nagbubungkal pa ng ibang mga impormasyon, bagay na naghahatid naman sa Quad Committee upang lalo pang lumalim ang kanilang pagsisiyasat. Kung ganyan, narito ang bahagi ng pahayag ni Congressman Robert Ace Barbers.
Our focus remains on unraveling the web of extrajudicial killings, the collusion between a well-organized syndicate and government officials in the drug trade, and the criminal activities linked to POGOs. Witnesses claimed that former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte was directly involved in the execution of Chinese drug personalities while they were detained in Davao. According to these testimonies, these executions were allegedly carried out in exchange for money and promises of release from imprisonment. Such accusations, if proven true, reveal a systematic abuse of power and a deliberate elimination of individuals for financial gain, all under the pretext of maintaining public order. Additionally, witness Mr. Jimmy Guban provided further incriminating information detailing drug shipments that were allegedly facilitated by government officials with close ties to Mr. Michael Yang, a figure widely suspected of being a key player in the drug trade.
Bahagyan ng pahayag ni Congressman Robert Ace Barbers, maging ang mga pinaniniwalaang dami ay patuloy din na hinahabol ng lupon upang maimbestigahan at malinawan ang usapin. Naniniwala kasi si Barbers na lalawak pa ang pagdinig dahil kada hearing may mga panibagong pangalan na nababanggit at may mga transaksyon na nauungkat. Narito pa ang mga patuloy na pahayag ni Congressman Robert Ace Barbers.
Our investigation has also scrutinized the suspicious accumulation of wealth by certain individuals seemingly tied to the illegal operations of POGOs. Evidence suggests that the Chinese crime syndicates have employed Filipino dummies to establish shell corporations designed to conceal profits generated from illegal activities. This elaborate scheme not only undermines our financial systems but also poses a serious threat to national security by enabling large-scale money laundering. Our goal is to uncover the full extent of these operations, expose those responsible, and hold them accountable. We are committed to fulfilling our duty to the Filipino people by seeking justice and preserving the integrity of our government.
Si dating Pangulo at ngayon ay Pampanga Representative Gloria Macapagal Arroyo na hindi dapat tatanggapin bilang personal na halaman ng mga resource person ang anumang mga uri ng sabi-sabi. Ginawa ng dating Presidente ang naturang pahayag sa ika-4 na pagdinig ng Quad Committee na humihimay nga sa mga paglabag umanon sa batas ng ilang pulis, mga krimen na kakibat ng Philippine offshore gaming operators at iba pang mga usapin. Para kay Arroyo, ang mga testimonya na batay sa kwento, hindi nakabatay sa personal na kaalaman, ay hindi umano mapapagkatiwalaan. Ang mga paalala ng Pampanga Congresswoman ay kasunod rin yan ng pagsalang kamakailan
ng ilang mga bilanggong testigo mula sa Davao na sina Fernando Magdadaro at Leopoldo Ontalantan Jr. Matatandaang sinabi ni Magdadaro at Tan Jr. na naniniwala silang ang utos na patayin itong tatlong Chinese drug lords ay mula kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Bahagya raw kasi nilang narinig ang boses ng dating Pangulo habang kausap naman sa telepono itong si Superintendent Gerardo Padilla. Kaugnay yan, pakinggan natin ang naging pahayag ni Representative Gloria Macapagal Arroyo.
Our proceedings are adopting formal rules of public hearings, including subpoenas, sworn statements, contempt decisions, detention, decisions on executive session, etc. So I would like to give a gentle reminder that in such formal proceedings, hearsay does not deserve the same credence compared to personal knowledge evidence. That's my point of order, Mr.
Yun ang isang hindi natin pwedeng tanggalin sa isip natin dahil nga baka 2 months hindi mahanap-hanap eh. 2 months na na paikot-ikot siya dito, 2 months na nakatakas siya, hindi natin mahanap-hanap. Hindi ko rin maalis sa isip natin baka nagkaroon ng sabuatan within our enforcement agencies. Dahil nga sa Indonesia, after binigyan ng notice, kaagad nahuli si Sheila Go at si Cassandra. I think less than 1 day lang, 1 day or 2 days lang yun eh. Nung nagsalita si Presidente, nahuli kaagad, di ba? Tapos after less than, nung nahuli ulit si Go Huaping, that's less than 2 weeks. No? So, kung nagagawa nila, ba't dito sa atin, hindi nagagawa ng enforcement agencies natin. Kaya hindi mo maalis sa aming isip na baka merong nagtitip sa loob. I'm not saying naman na tinulungan siya tumakas, but yung mga nagtitip sa loob, o dito pupunta na kami, dito pupunta na kami, hindi natin maalis yan. Kaya nakakatakas rin siya. Hindi natin maalis sa ating isip na yan.
Well, actually, wala pa po kaming natatanggap na official request galing sa kanila. Ang alam lang namin, nakita rin namin yung mga news reports galing Indonesia media regarding that. Pero wala pa po kaming nare-receive na request. At ang proseso po kasi dyan ay dadaan po talaga yung mga official communications, especially from authorities abroad, sa DFA, sa Department of Foreign Affairs. So, sa kanila lang kami makikinig kung meron silang request na i-forward sa amin. Pero as of right now, wala pa pong request na meron. It's very premature to even talk about this dahil wala pa naman po kaming official request. We believe that later today, that she will be brought back. Especially na yun po yung mga naririnig nating indications from the Indonesian government that they have been cooperative and they will be cooperative throughout this whole process. We have a whole team there, no? Kaya natin tinatawag itong whole of government approach dahil nagsama-sama po ang DILG, PNP, NBI, DOJ, pati yung Bureau of Immigration doon sa Indonesia. So, it's a whole team. So, yung custody po ay dadaan sa proseso kagaya nung kila Cassie Ong, pati si Sheila Guo, dahil may hinaharap siyang mga immigration violations, pati mga normal crimes. Ang klaro po dito, ang obvious crime na nakumit niya dito ay yung disobedience to summons din. And that's one of those others that we're looking at.